Hey there, Virgo. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life, and this is your August reading. Glad to have you here. Glad to know that you're still in the land of the living and that you are safe and you are well, or that you are opening yourself to receive the messages that are coming through from Spirit for you. Okay? I am going to be reading from the soul cards today. I'm going to get one card from soul cards to get us started, to give us some direction, focus, and overview of what's going on with you. And then I'm also going to be reading from the Enchanted map for us to get some direction. And then from your tarot, I will be reading from Tarot Illuminati for your tarot reading so that we can get some detailing on what's happening in the month of August. All right, so out of the soul cards, we have your soul leaping out or taking a great big leap. This is you getting out of your head. This is you taking a chance. This is you really getting off the precipice. You have been at a plateau for a while, is what I'm getting here, and you have probably felt stagnant, or you're feeling like, it's flat land and I just can't take another minute. Give me something exciting to reach for, or give me something else to do. This is going to seem a little out of character for you. The choices that you're going to be making, I feel like you're going to be feeling a little bit it's going to be a little bit different. This isn't things that you normally do. Virgos are calculated in a way. They like to analyze and they like to figure out what's going on first before they make a move. It's not that you have not calculated, and it's not that you have not analyzed. You have, but once you got done analyzing, what you realize is that the only thing to do at this point is to take a leap. That's it. So it's not that you haven't analyzed. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, this is like not what I do, that's okay. You still have done what you normally do, but you just drew a different conclusion as a result. And the conclusion is you didn't want to stay plateaued. And in order to not be plateaued, you can walk around on the plateau all day long talking about you don't want a plateau, but you're still on the plateau. If you're okay with the plateau, stay on the plateau. But I got the feeling, Virgo, you're not okay with the plateau. You're bored with the plateau. You don't feel like being bothered with it anymore. And you want some excitement in your life. So you're trying to get out of your head a bit, be a little bit freer, and take a chance on life. And why not? You've been in this dry desert. Now we're moving on to the Enchanted map for some direction. So you've been in this dry desert experience. Again, that's a hell of a plateau. Nothing growing, nothing emerging from the soil, no vegetation, no sign of water. Starting to feel a mirage coming on, starting to feel a little woozy, a little hazy. Um, but there are experiences in the desert that you have learned from. So during the month of August, before you take that leap, before you take that step that you need to take, just look back over the experience and get a real good sense of what you have learned and what has kept you in the desert, like what's been giving you the desert experience. Do that. This is a 31. It breaks down into a 4. So the 4 is about new foundations. It's about building a foundation for yourself. And the foundation is not, you've had the foundation, that plateau, but now you need a new foundation, maybe a different landscape, maybe a different scenery, something like that. The second card of direction is the Wizard of Awareness. And so awareness is the name of the game. Being aware of your surroundings, being aware of what you don't want, being aware of the road you have taken, being aware of what's ahead of you. You know you're taking a leap, but you are going to land on solid ground somewhere. You just know that there may be some steps before you get there. Or you may be airborne for a little while and may be feeling like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing here? And that's okay. That's you being aware of something new. Nothing in life Um, it's everything in life. There's like a spiral in life. So, there's this round and around. There's cycles. There's patterns in everything, and you know this because you guys, Virgos, y'all know patterns. Like y'all are able to, put pieces of things together very well for yourself. So even though this may seem like something that's outside of the norm and that is not, it's unknown territory for you, it has its own pattern, and you just need to be aware of it, and be wise about it and pay attention to it. There's nothing like asking people, like if you know the stretch you're trying to make, or if you know the leap you're trying to make, talk to some other people and they can talk to you about the patterns and then make a note of it. Here it says for you to follow the leader. Now, in this case, who is leading? Who is the leader in what it is you're trying to do moving forward? Um, I don't get the feeling that you're just following or being led by your nose. That's not the idea. It's just for you to get this new foundation. Again, we've got this 4 coming out of the desert experience, and we have a 40 breaking down to a 4 with this follow the leader. It's a new path for you. This is a new way. It's a new path. So for a little while, you are going to have to look to those who have already gone down this road for some guidance. That's also a part of you gaining your wisdom and being aware. So find somebody you trust. Find somebody who you think is grounded. Those 4s represent grounding too. So find somebody who you feel like is grounded in what they're doing. If they took the leap, but now they seem like they kind of got their shit together, then that's the person that you'll want to pay attention to, because you're not going to pay attention to anybody else, Virgo. You not. You're not going to follow anybody else. You're not going to follow the person who took the leap and fell and they still struggling trying to get up. You're looking for the one who took the leap and they've managed to survive it, and they've also managed to fly. So there may be some mentors out there, coaching, life coach, or some kind of business coach or personal life coach, whatever, wherever it is wherever that applies. Um, you know how to find those people. You know how to get there. So moving on to the tarot, we've got the Lovers here coming in upright. For me, the Lovers is about being able to, one, know both sides of yourself, understanding all sides of yourself so that things can come together properly. It could also be about relationships too. It could be the relationship with the person that you're following or that you need to guide you. Um, but the main thing is to know that you're divinely guided in whatever it is that you're doing. We've got the 3 of Wands here. The 3 of Wands to me means like when you are sitting on the shore waiting for something to come towards you. You're not waiting for something to come towards you. You are taking the first step toward the shore in this case. That's why I feel like this wand is coming in reverse. We have the Moon card. So what this is going to bring up for you is some unresolved, could be unresolved issues, could be shadow work too, could be things that you didn't know about yourself that you are now discovering, which is also very positive. That may feel like, that may again be territory that is a little bit unknown for you. You may be walking into the unknown. You may be walking into the dark on this, especially with the moon being here. But you also have to remember that the moon lights the way. You're never really always in the complete dark. There's always light somewhere around you. These 2 cards came in. We've got a Princess of Cups along with the 9 of Pentacles. Princess of Cups is a message coming through from your spirit or from your intuition. This is telling me to follow your intuition. Follow your intuition, and following your intuition is going to get you to the goal that you're trying to reach. It's going to get you to that solid ground that you're talking about. And you have already put things in place, believe it or not, Virgo, to get here. It's just that you come out of a comfort zone. I'm seeing this here with the Nine of Pentacles. Like, this is your home. This is stability. This represents, solid ground or grounding, or a building, which is safety and security. So you're walking away from that, but you have done some homework that is pushing you along, or that will lead you to the destination that you're trying to get to. You're not going to be flying around aimlessly forever. That's not the case. There's some wisdom here walking with you, some sight, some foresight. And I'm getting that through the image of the hawk here. The hawk or the falcon, they have keen sight. So you want to use your inner sight here, your sightedness. I'm seeing positive things. I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing wealth. I'm seeing abundance. I'm seeing all of that coming from it. It's just that you just don't want to judge yourself in the process. This is the King of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords is a thinking being, and because you guys are Mercurian, you can associate with this. You all like to think through processes. The King of Swords is a thinking human being. They're thinking, first this, then this, then this, then next, then we'll do this, in that order. Okay? So you may be needing some of that, which is why this is coming in reverse, and you may be needing that down the road. But the other thing is not to judge yourself about what's happening because it's new. Okay? And we don't want to get into that at all. You're listening to your intuition more so than just kind of like that standard, like this is the way things are supposed to be done. That's what I'm getting from the King of Swords here in reverse. Upright, it's like sound judgment. In reverse, it's judging, or hanging on to, the status quo. So you're not doing that. You're listening to your inner spirit. And there are some messages that are going to be coming through to you from spirit. So be on the listen out for that. Listen out for downloads. Messages that come through meditation and prayer, through dreams. That's going right to your heart, to the heart of the situation, and to the heart of why you decided to take this adventurous leap in the first place. It's also about you and your feelings, your emotions, and what comes up as a result of that. Oh, I got a whole bunch of cards flying up. Let's try this again. Other messages for Virgo for August. Other messages for Virgo for the month of August. Oh, we had a bunch of them come out again. Okay, well, I'm going to take what I've got. I've got the Two of Wands here. Again, this kind of looks like you're ready to move. You're ready to make the move. That's what Two of Wands is, when you're looking forward to something else and doing something else. That's what taking the leap is all about. So that's pretty much clear. Plus, you've got that Three of Wands there. Also in the reading. So I feel like you're stepping out on faith. Literally stepping out on faith. And it's because life has kind of pushed you to that point. It's pushed you to the edge, so you might as well go. Don't worry, Virgo. You'll be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to find that you're going to find aspects of yourself that you didn't know existed. You're going to find parts of yourself that you really hadn't tuned into. All right, we've got the Chariot in reverse. That's also about movement. So don't let yourself get stagnant. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't talk yourself out of it. I'm getting that also from this King of Swords in reverse. Don't get ready to make the leap and then allow your fears or your attachment to security or your attachment to the status quo prevent you from taking the leap of faith that you need to take at this time in your life. Now is the time. Hell, we just went through we're still in Corona. If there ever was a time for you to do something wild and crazy, this would be the time, because hell, what do we have to lose? Everybody's literally can't move because they're worried about their life hanging in the balance. And if there's a spiritual message to be had there, it's about living fully, freely, and not hanging on to that which is represents some sort of security, because literally the rug has been pulled out from all of us in a way. Okay, so be willing to get outside of the box. We've got the Ten of Swords and the Justice coming in reverse. Ten of Swords is like when you've had it. Like I said, it's like life has pushed you right to the edge and you're like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And the Justice in reverse says either that you feel like um, how things are set up or not set up for you, or how you have been conducting your life and how things have fallen out doesn't suit you. It doesn't fit with you. It doesn't seem fair, or things aren't right for you. They're not balanced. They don't represent your truth. You're not able to stand up in it. It doesn't represent you. All of that. And you're just done. And what you want is some justice for yourself. You know, everybody else is getting what they want out of life. You want to get what you want out of life too. It's only fair. That's what justice tells us, you know. And justice is about universal fairness. It's about universal law, you know, the law of reciprocity. What you give out comes back. You know, your own personal law. You know, the law that you live by, your standards, your values, what you believe to be important. All of that goes into this. And until you are able to, when you are willing to take this step, you're going to really get in touch with this, what your values are, it's not that you don't know what your values are, but you feel like your values are in some way being compromised. And they're being compromised by, you know, everybody else's dictates, everybody else's thoughts, everybody else what they think ought to be done. You've absorbed some of that yourself, just trying to fit in or trying to live or trying to get a job done or whatever the case may be. But you know, it's like the jig is up, it's over, you know, and you're trying to move on. Don't try to control. Four of Pentacles is about trying to control the narrative or trying to maintain some sort of control, or really to try to maintain that old standard that really is not about your own freedom. It's about keeping you contained and boxed in. And so it's time to let go of that, Virgo. That's what it is. It's time to let go of those boxes. Whatever the boxes that either somebody tries to fit you in, or the boxes that you've tried to fit in, that you just got to break out of. You got to break out. You got to break out. This is it's an exciting time. It's very exciting. I'm seeing with this Princess of Swords, there's a message here. The message is to don't forget your passion and what you're passionate about. This goes back to that Justice card again. Your values, what's important to you, what's essential for you, what balances you, what honors your inner truth. It's like, don't forget about that. Keep that with you as you're moving forward. Keep that before you, because that's what's going to get you through the doubts and the fears and the things that come up when you're doing something that's outside of your norm. But you're going to stretch and you're going to grow. Look at this guy. He's stretching. He's definitely stretching. And that's what you need right now. That's what you want. You're bored on the sideline. Virgo, you are bored on that sideline. You don't want anything to do with it. And I don't blame you. All right. Any other messages for Virgo for the month of August? Powerful time. Powerful time. And no other messages for you for this month. So I wish you the best of blessings and luck on your journey. This is a big one for you, Virgo. This is a big one. So that's good. I'm happy for you. And I know it's going to seem a little bit weird and strange, and you're going to feel a little bit like, I'm losing my footing. You are not losing your footing. You are literally stretching your soul. You are literally stretching your spirit. Your spirit is looming big and broad, and you are growing into it. You are growing into it. And so you're going to feel bigger and grander than you ever have before, and I highly encourage you. If you run into issues, if you're feeling a little troubled, if you're feeling out of sorts, reach out to me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. And as always, I hope you have a great August, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.